Seamless communication between your POS and production areas is key to the smooth running of your venue or outlet. Triniteq's PowerEPOS provides printer roles for additional flexibility when mapping PLUs to production area and receipt printers. This brilliant feature allows us to effortlessly add new printers to our POS system, or work around a faulty printer with just a few button clicks, removing the stress from a potential problematic situation. Printer roles save time by allowing us to quickly change the printer the PLUs are printing to. If our printer should experience an issue, or when adding new printers, we use printer roles to avoid having to individually reassign each PLU to the new printer. By using printer roles, PLUs need only be assigned to a printer role once. Then the printer role can easily be moved between physical printers as required. So let's take a look at PowerEPOS printer roles and how we map them to physical printers, making it super quick to replace or add a printer. In a previous video, connecting printers, we set up a physical printer for our coffee production area, and we called this printer Coffee. Now we need to create a printer role called Coffee, so that we can select this printer role when we add PLUs for products that will be produced in the coffee area. First, we log into the PowerEPOS management console and select the System tile, which opens up the System module. You will notice that within this module, we can access the global configuration settings for PowerEPOS. On the left-hand side of our organization is visually ordered by region, indicated by a globe icon, and an outlet indicated by a shop icon. To add a new printer role to our restaurant in Leaderville, we highlight the Leaderville outlet on the left-hand side of the screen. Then, on the right-hand side, we select Printers from the available settings. This will open the printer configuration window, which lists printers already available for this outlet and presents the Printer Role Mappings button. Next, we hit this button, which opens up the Printer Role Assignment window. Printer role assignments display the relationship between printer roles and physical printers and allow us to easily move printer roles to different printers when we need to. In this example, all products with PLUs assigned to our bar printer role will print through our physical printer called bar. When we want to add a new printer role, we simply hit the plus button in the printer roles row, which will open a window where we add the name of the new printer role, Coffee. Then we hit save in the control panel and we can view our new printer role. Now we need to connect our printer role to our printer. So we click the coffee printer role to select it and drag it to the coffee printer to make the connection. Next, we need to push our new settings out to the POS. So we hit save and close to move out of the printer role assignment window. Then save and close again to save our settings and close the system module. From the management console, we move up to the top right of the screen and hit the publish button, and then deselect any changes not ready to be published. Then we click publish from the control panel. And if we have multiple outlets, we select the outlets to publish these changes. Once we receive our complete message, our changes have been published, and we are presented with a revision number, which we can use to access these changes in the revision management tool. Now, let's say our printer called Coffee is faulty and has suddenly stopped working during a busy breakfast rush. We need to quickly move our coffee orders to print through the bar, so we head back into the system, select our outlet, printers, and the printer role mappings button. We then click on the printer role we want to adjust and drag it to the new printer, in this case the bar printer, to make the connection. Then we need to delete the link connecting the coffee printer role to the coffee printer to avoid error messages. So we click on the link to select it and use delete on our keyboard, or from the control panel to remove it. We can also right-click the link and delete. Then we hit save and close to the printer assignment window, and save and close to close the system module. Finally, as we did with the new printer role, we must publish our new setting changes to push them out to the POS. So from our management console, we go to Publish, deselect any changes not ready, and select our outlets. Once we receive the complete message, our new printer settings have been pushed out to our POS terminal, reassigning our coffee PLUs to print through the printer called bar. That just took 1 minute, and our breakfast service is running smoothly once again. Now let's look at receipt printer mapping. We treat receipts separately, as this is a setting managed for each POS terminal, instead of the venue or outlet. This feature allows us to ensure that every receipt is printed from the correct printer, no matter how complex our operation is. To map a POS terminal to automatically print a receipt to a specific printer, we use receipt printer mapping. So moving back into our system module, we select our outlet, printers, and this time we select the receipt printer mappings button to open the receipt printer assignments window. In this window, we can view all POS terminals for this venue or outlet and the physical receipt printers they are connected to. We can add new terminals and printers from this window by using the plus button. To learn how to configure these settings for a new printer, watch our video Connecting Printers. Or to set up a new POS, watch our video, adding POS terminals. We can also delete a link by selecting it and using delete on our keyboard from our control panel, or right-click and then delete. To reassign a POS terminal to a new receipt printer, we follow the same steps as for printer roles. So let's say one of our receipt printers is faulty, and we need to quickly reassign all receipts to another printer. Just like before, we click and drag the POS terminal to the new printer to make the connection, and then we delete the link to the faulty printer. Once we have assigned the POS terminal to the correct receipt printer, we hit Save and Close from the control panel, and then Save and Close again to close the system module, which brings us back to the management console. Lastly, we need to publish these changes to make them live, and you can do this by following the same steps we took to publish our previous printer role settings. Just hit the Publish button, uncheck any changes not ready to be published, and select your outlet.